Alrighty, welcome on in everybody. We have another CCL match for you for week number 4. We got RC Chaos versus RAE Kings coming for a 3v3 best of 5. So we're going to get started on that very, very soon. Alright, hopefully this time it's a little bit better with the GTS. Okay. Hello, IP. Alrighty, here we go. Kickoff number 1 in game number 1 already underway here, and just like that we have our first goal of the game. Jerus coming in, nice pass by Infinity, straight center, and there it is. And now we are heading into game number 2. Infinity taking the kickoff over to Crozex. Crozex to Dragon with the setup. No follow-up. Great defense there. Jerus with the follow-up touch, pushing the ball down into the corner. Moon now moving downfield. Nice touch from defense. Sends it off the backboard. In comes Infinity as he moves all the way down into the corner. It is a small pinch. JC Smith with the follow-up, and that one's going to go in. Alrighty, kickoff number 3. Ball is up. We got Crozex with the touch, keeping the ball up. In comes Dragon. Great touch by Jerus. He still sticks with it. Crozex with the challenge, sending the ball back. Here we go, a bouncing play. Moon with the fake, leaving it for Crozex for the long clear. Jerus getting in the way of that shot. A nice save to the left side corner. Infinity with the follow-up touch, pushing the ball center, moving down line. Moon with this touch, a very nice steal, but Infinity still able to stick with it. Jerus with the follow-up, and there you have it. Third goal of the game. Alrighty, here we go. Kickoff number 4, 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Ball is going up the wall. JC Smitty taking over, going for the air dribble. A great challenge by Crozex, sends the ball into the corner. Infinity is there as they almost get challenged by Crozex. JC with the back pass as things now move down into the corner. Once again, a great follow-up challenge by Jerus. Crozex with the pop-up. No boost in the tank, so he falls off. Got a nice double tap setup. Dragon just misses the connect. Infinity with control until Crozex comes along. Ball's moving downfield once more. There's a shot, and it's in. Dragon King putting the Kings on the board here. There you have it. Alrighty, kickoff number 5 underway. 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. We got Moon with the challenge straight off of kickoff. Off the wall comes Crozex. Back over to Moon. It is a setup. Dragon with the follow-up over to Crozex. There's the shot, and it's in! Great team play. Little play there as we now are closing the gap. We have a 3-2 game. 2 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock. Infinity with the breakaway, and it's crossbar. Ball's back in the corner. In comes Infinity with the touch. Jarus with the turnaround. Moon is left as third man there. As she sends it out, we got Jarus leaving it for Infinity. Off the wall, he gets bumped off the play. In comes Krozex with the launch. What he is famous for, apparently, this series. We got JC over to Jarus. Almost a great redirect. Krozex with the save. You okay? And another shot incoming by Dragon King to tie up the game here. 3-3 with 2 minutes 22 seconds on the clock. What numbers? Here we go. Kickoff number 7 underway here. We got JC Smitty going up. Alrighty, and off of the crossbar, Krozex with the follow-up shot, not on target. Jarus now in a possession, getting past Moon, past Krozex as he's taken out with a demo. JC with the pickup on the ball. So he gets a nicer redirect. Ball is just outside the net. Dragon King taken over. One bounce from the corner. It's him and JC. JC sends the ball back. Jarus with the follow-up. Krozex with the soft touch. In comes JC. Krozex gets past JC, past Infinity. They have the breakaway. Infinity is there. He misses! And a great save by Jarus. Dragon King with a shot. 1 minute 25 on the clock. Jarus pops it up to the wall. Krozex just misses, and so does Infinity. Exotic is there as she sends it to Krozex downfield, stopping at mid. Dragon King with the follow-up, sends it to the wall. Jarus has the read off the ceiling, drops it down to JC with the shot. It's high, no double tap. Infinity a little too close. Moon with the send out. Krozex with the follow-up, trying to get past double defense there. Dragon King with the follow-up from up above, and Infinity now has control as he moves down the field. Krozex gets in the way, keeps the ball out of the danger zone. JC with a shot just high, and the follow-up by Infinity is going to go in, giving the lead back to RC Chaos. Alrighty, here we go. A 4-3 game. Krozex sends it down to Jarus. A save by Dragon King. In comes JC. Not quite in. A great save by Krozex. Dragon King with the follow-up. In comes Jarus as he takes it to the other side of the field. 30 seconds on the clock. Moon with the setup over to Krozex. And we are back to a tie game. Alrighty, here we go. 4-4 with only 25 seconds to go. This is a heated match. Very, very even. Absolutely love the action unfolding here. We have another challenge in the corner here. Moon with the pop-up, taking it towards the net. Jarus getting in her way as the ball goes back into the corner. Infinity has the catch. Dragon King has to fall back on that one. A great clear. Infinity with the follow-up. Ball's going to the other side, and we're going to see an overtime in game number 1. Here we go. Kickoff, number 9 going to do the trick. Dragon has a breakaway, but Jarus is there. No follow-up. Krozex now turning things around, pushing the ball off the wall. A little bit of a double commit coming from RC Chaos as the Moon now takes over. Bounces the ball off of Infinity. It looked like a great shot. Saved by Jarus. Ball is up, and so is Dragon as he has one touch. Jarus off the wall, gets the catch, steals possession, moves downfield, followed up by JC to the pass. Off the backboard, and Moon on defense sends it all the way down. It is an open net, and everybody is downfield now. Great touch by JC, keeping it away from the net. That pinch sent it to the other side of the field, and now we have a full field reset for RAE Kings here. Another 50, sending the ball just outside the net. It's looking dangerous. There's the shot, and it's in. Infinity to put it in the net for the winning goal here. Let's take a look at that really upsetting replay here for the Kings. Great goal by Infinity there for RC Chaos to take the win in game number 1. What a way to start this series. Alrighty, and with that, we are going to be heading into game number 2. We have a total of 12 shots, 3 saves for RC Chaos, and a total of 9 shots, 4 saves for RAE Kings. So, pretty close in stats. Not exactly twinning like we saw in one of my last matches from today, but still, a very good match nonetheless. In overtime in game number 1, a 1-goal lead and win, however you want to call it, a deficit, gave it to RC Chaos. So let's see what happens in game number 2 as we get everybody back on the field. And we head into kickoff number 1. Here we go, 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0 ball game, Infinity and Dragon going for kickoff as Jerus misses it from the follow-up. It's a great capitalization moment, but nobody was quick enough for it except Jerus himself as he's now moving down line. There's the flick past Dragon, Infinity with the follow-up. It's a great setup off the backboard, but JC got taken out with a demo. Great defensive play here as Dragon tries to go for a little chip into the net. Infinity got the read on that. JC with the shot. Great save by Krozex. Ball's in the left side corner of the King side now. Infinity trying to turn it back towards the net. Dragon not letting that happen. Jerus with the 50 sends the ball center. In comes Infinity, and it's saved away by Moon. Another shot incoming by JC. A double setup. Moon almost there. And that's going to be the first goal of the game by JC Smitty. A nice double tap through the entire team of RAE. It's okay, there's still plenty of time. 4 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 2. JC and Moon going at it as the ball goes up the wall. Infinity is there. A nice shot on net, and that's just going to go in. Defense not there. Let's take a look at what happened real quick. We have the shot. Dragon did not come off the backboard correctly. That's what happened. It's okay. Happens to the best of us. A 2-goal lead for RC Chaos. It is okay because we saw this in game number 1. They had a 3-goal lead and RAE Kings were able to turn things around and even push for an overtime. So there's our 3-goal lead. Jerus with the 3rd goal for RC Chaos. Let's see if this is going to be the turning point for RAE Kings here and what they plan on doing now since they are down 3. Not even a full minute into game number 2. Thank you, Selixer. Good to see you. Alright, Moon with the challenge, sending the ball into the corner, trying to get JC off the ball, and she does. It is a setup, but Jerus had the read on it, even with no boost in the tank. Infinity now in charge, gets the flick. Moon getting in the way of that shot. Jerus with the pop-up. It's going center. There's the shot, and it's in. A very clean team play, if I do say so myself. A nice touch from the corner, bouncing center, and JC just so happened to be there with a very nice redirect. Here we go, 4-0, 3 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock. We have a little bit of a fake kickoff. Infinity with the launch over to JC with the redirect. Nobody's up for that 3rd touch, but it was a great strategy nonetheless. Absolutely love to see kickoff strategies. It is one of my favorite things ever as a caster, but Dragon King almost with the shot. Jerus getting bumped off the play. JC is there. A great challenge by Krozex. Keep the ball active on the offensive side for RAE. Moon misses it and leaves it for Dragon. Ball's almost going center. We have a little bit of a cluster. Infinity coming out on top with possession. And there's the 5th goal for RC Chaos. Nice little ground dribble. It's up to Krozex. Just could not get the read on that one. And that's going to push us for kickoff number 6. Hey, Plum. Thanks for coming on in. Good to see you. Here we go. Kickoff number 6 already on King side of the field. Moon taken out with a demo. Dragon King in possession. No boost in the tank. Jerus with the 50 stealing possession. Krozex is there. Followed up by Moon. 50 still going towards the net. The setup, the shot is wide. Infinity is there. Trying to juke through the team. Did get a shot. Moon with the save though. As we do have a turnaround on the open net. Krozex is able to make a recovery with no boost in the tank. JC with the touch over to Infinity, and it's in. 6-0, and we're not even at halftime yet. This is not looking like game number 1. RAE Kings are gonna have to start acting quickly here, turning something around. There is still time. But let's see as we have Jerus with the breakaway. Gets past Moon. What a 50. Absolutely just bodied her. Let's take a look at the replay here. In comes Moon. Just an unfortunate touch there. Okay. Wasn't as bad as I said. 7-0. 2 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Odie, you're fired. I'm just kidding. JC in possession, moving down line into the corner. Dragon King is there. There's the 50 by JC, taking possession, getting past Crozex. This is just outside the target zone. Moon was able to push it out, but they are struggling to get off their side. Dragon finally has the breakaway, gets it to the backboard. JC in control, using all the boosts that they possibly have. They get past 2/3 of the team. Jerus with a little bit of a back pass, and in comes Dragon. Shots going into the corner. Jerus is there, full boost ahead. Dragon with a great bump, pushing the ball center. Infinity misses it. Jerus has a great touch on it. Leaves it for JC, but he falls back, and he's waiting for that boost. As he got it, is able to take this 50 from Dragon. His team is now fully set on defense as Dragon makes his way towards the net. A little too much sauce on that one. As it goes to the other corner, Crozex with the 50, sending it to the other side now. And we switch sides once more. A nice demo taking out Moon, but it was a perfect setup. Dragon with the capitalization. And we are now in Brazil. KJ, you're fired. Kidding. Alrighty, and we got some hydrates. Cheers, Plum. 7-1 game, 1 minute 19 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Moon taking off from kickoff, loses possession to Jerus. In comes Dragon with the 50. Ball goes up off the ceiling as he gets another touch. Goes for the shot, and it's off the post! That crossbar hurts. I know that for a fact. As things turn around once again, we got RAE Kings on defense, 60 seconds to go. Infinity with the turnaround, gets past Crozex, past Moon, and we have a full back pass. Full field reset here. And there's a demo by Moon taking out Infinity. JC coming out with possession though, gets all the way to the corner, gets the setup. Jerus is there, and we have an 8-1 game. Plum has 17k points. Impressive. I gotta check the leaderboard. I think somebody has like over 100,000 points on my channel. I don't know. And some more hydrates. Cheers, Plummy. JC with the 9th goal here. 9-1. Somebody's gonna need to call 911 for this game. RC Chaos is on fire. They are bloodthirsty out here. This is a slaughter scene. And another goal. We are in the double digits now. A 10-1 game. 30 seconds on the clock. RAE Kings just needs to stop the bleeding. Just put a bandage on it. Stop the bleeding. Make it go away. 30 seconds. There we go. As our next kickoff plays out, we got JC with a wall pinch, getting past Moon. Infinity going with the setup. Jerus is there, and that's a 1-1-1 across the board. 11-1, 15 seconds on the clock. OT really risked it for the biscuit. I love it. Selixer with the 21k. Okay. Plum does spend his points though, so like I feel like he would be up there too with you, Selixer, but I don't know. 10 seconds to go. Moon shutting it down early, sending it back over to the corner. Great setup. She's fighting for her life out there. Infinity is relentless. In comes Crozex, and it's wide. One for the road would have been cool, but that's okay. I got 50k, 50.8k. That's top tier. Okay, okay. I see you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2-0 game series in favor of RC Chaos. It's looking like we might have a sub. Not too sure, but I'm going to set up game number 3 on DFH Stadium. Oh, I really want to go to Deadeye Canyon, though. Sad. That'll be my next map rotation. I'm switching everything. No more RLCS stuff. Castro! Whoa, who deleted Plum? Y'all did him dirty. Hi, Castro. How are you? Alrighty, here we go. Mods are popping off in chat right now. Y'all need to chill. OT, it's not that deep. He just said yo. You didn't have to do all that, my guy. Castro's not a threat. Alrighty, game number 3, kickoff number 1. We got Dragon with the touch over to Infinity as things turn around. A follow-up by JC is straight towards the net, but it is wide. Defense was on it. It's looking like we got Tycho out here on the field now for the Kings. Let's see what he brings to the table as we have our first goal on the board by Infinity. RC Chaos starting off strong. First 20 seconds, and we have our first goal of the game. Again, this is a game point, so this game could end the series here. Here we go. Infinity going for another goal. Moon able to get in the way of that one. Giroux's taking the ball to the wall. We got JC Smitty with the clear. Going all the way down field. Woo, Dragon with the fake, leaving it for Tycho as he moves downfield. A nice 50 by JC. In comes Dragon with the pop-up. Giroux goes up for that. Infinity, a little bit of a double commit happening there. Can they capitalize is the question as Tycho takes possession from JC, but Giroux is there. Great backup. Ball's back over to JC as Dragon steals possession once again. It's looking like a lot better of a volley here. Woof, and JC Smitty has another goal. Alrighty, here we go. Kickoff number 3. 3 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. We got Tycho in possession. Nice catch. Going for the pop. Gets almost past JC. They do grab the save and send the ball to the backboard. Infinity now goes for a shot. A great save by Dragon as Giroux takes over. There's the shot and Moon is there on defense. Sends the ball up to Giroux as they go off the ceiling. In comes JC. Shut down by Tycho. Great defense by him. In comes Dragon, sending the ball down line. Once again, Dragon popping it up, trying to get past JC. Couldn't quite do it as he now has the breakaway. Tycho able to get back in time. Great recovery. Takes the 50. Ball's going out to JC. A little bit of a double commit once again by Infinity. And the ball goes into the corner. Moon taken over. One small little flick. Dragon with the follow-up off the backboard. Double tap by Tycho. There it is! First goal for RAE Kings, cutting the lead in half now. We have a 2-1 game. RAE Kings are still in this. We have 2 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock. There is still tons of time to get 1, if not 2 goals for Kings here. Here we go. Tycho now taking possession once again. Giroux with the challenge, pushing the ball into the corner. Infinity taking their time. Again, a little bit of a double commit. JC with the follow-up, sending the ball into the corner. Infinity plays the bounce from the corner, leaves it for JC as they push it towards the net. Dragon King with 1 touch and 2. The catch, the challenge by Giroux takes possession from Dragon as he now has the set up. There it is, and it's wide. Tycho now taking possession, going up and off the wall, going down center, turns it into a bouncing play, but JC has the read. A nice little shot there, not in. Falls back into the corner. Dragon King trying to get that set up. In comes Tycho. Double defense is on it. Infinity has the third. Dragon King with the breakaway. It is a shot. And JC makes it back just in the nick of time here. He goes up off the ceiling. He loses it. Tycho has the steal. A great 50 by Infinity. Sends the ball to the left side wall. And Jerus has the clear as it goes all the way down into the backboard. Things are turning around very, very quickly, and we have a minute 30 seconds on the clock. Infinity taking the ball from Dragon. Tycho with the sharp cut. Infinity still on it. Very, very relentless player there. Love the aggression. Adding the heat to this whole recipe here. So we have Dragon on defense. Pushing the ball towards JC, and Infinity is going to put it in the net. A little bit of a cluster. It seemed like a huge shove, pushing the team back. Yep, that bump did not help him out. Tycho got bumped. It was a little bit of a cluster just outside the net. A very unfortunate event for Kings here. 3-1, a minute and 9 seconds to go. Got Tycho and Dragon. Could be a goal. What a save by Infinity. Way to use the wall to help you out. Great setup. It is a shot, and it's not quite in. Oh no. That would have been amazing. We do have a breakaway by JC. However, he did launch it a little too far in advance. Tycho able to get a pass over to Dragon somehow, some way. The 50 by Infinity sends the ball out. Jerus with a touch over to Infinity once again as they now work as a team. Infinity takes the 50, pinches it to the wall. Tycho cutting the momentum just a little bit. JC with the pickup. Jerus misses the connecting touch, and Infinity is now falling back. Tycho gets past Infinity. It's up to JC. And he own goals. There it is. Another goal by Tycho, cutting the lead in half once more. A 3-2 game, 23 seconds on the clock. Kings need an overtime. They need a goal to keep themselves alive. Let's see what happens as they do get it. It is a 3-3 game now. Aw, poor Elixir. Plum should see if he can do the command add points. I think it's like add points, Elixir 1,000 or something like that. I'm not too sure. Tycho with the great shot. Infinity with the save. We could see an overtime in game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Jerus sending it over to Tycho. It's looking like it's gonna hit, and it does. Overtime in game number 3. Here we go. Infinity and Moon going for the kickoff as it goes to the wall. Jerus takes over, pops it up. In comes JC, but Tycho gets there first as it goes into the corner. He pushes it downfield, can't quite get past JC. Jerus has a turnaround. Dragon is there with a soft touch over to Moon. Jerus bulldozing through the team. In comes Infinity with a shot. Great save by Tycho as it's cleared out. We do have Moon now in control. Gets the redirect, and it's not on target. It was just wide. Tycho now taken over as Infinity gets a touch on the backboard. Dragon King keeping it active on the offensive side. Pushes the ball towards the net once more. Jerus tries to send it out. Tycho with the 50 sends it back over to Infinity from the backboard. In comes Moon with the setup to Dragon, and there it is. RAE Kings have kept themselves alive in this series, and we are gonna see a game 4. Alrighty, let's switch up the map real quick. You know, I don't really want to go to Sovereign Heights. We're gonna go back to Manfield, and then if we see a game 5, we'll go to Champs Field. Executive call last second. Alrighty. We have a 2-1 game series. Alright. Perfect. Alrighty. Game number 4. Ray Kings keep themselves alive. Here we go. Kickoff number 1 already putting Kings on the offense here. In comes Moon Taiko with the demo, clearing up some of the defensive pressure there. But alas, he does make it back, and he does get the clear. He is all the way in the corner with the setup to Jarus, and he misses. Taiko now taking over, going from the corner, going with the air dribble, trying to stick with it. JC shuts him down as the ball goes over to Jarus. We have a little bit of a center pass, but Dragon King comes out on top. Taiko just needs to hit it once more, and there you have it. Kings have scored first. Things are turning around. Dang. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to see if you could do it, Plum. That's sad. See if it does it. Oh, maybe it's add points. Maybe I missed one. Oh well. Alright, Moon now in possession, getting challenged by JC. Ball still going towards his net. Jarus has a great catch as he pushes it downfield. Taiko tries to get in the way. It is set up for Infinity. A double tap. JC gets the double. There it is. The tie-making goal. Alrighty, here we go. Kickoff at number 3, putting Kings on defense here. Moon coming out on top. Gets bumped by Infinity. Jarus sends the ball right back where it came from. Dragon King is there, pops it up. JC with the takeover though, keeps the ball in the corner as he sends it down. It is rolling and Taiko has the first touch on it. As he goes down a line into the corner, he gets past Infinity, not past Jarus. It is a great setup, but Dragon King gets demoed out. Jarus with the shot, and that one's in. There you have it. We have a 2-1 game now. RC Chaos taking the lead in this one. They are getting physical out there. It's getting real. Alrighty, here we go. Another shot by JC Smitty, saved away by Moon. Dragon King with the touch. Infinity sends it back to his own corner. Jarus is there. Dragon King with the steal. Still moving towards the net. JC getting in his way. It is a shot saved away by JC. Very interesting there, but that's okay. Moon with the setup. Jarus is there on defense. Sending it back to the corner. Jarus trying to get past Taiko and does. And Dragon King. Infinity with the follow-up over to JC. Full team effort for that third goal. RC Chaos taking the lead and extending it now. Actually, OT, that would be hilarious. Alrighty, here we go. Taiko with the challenge. Ball is up as he sends it downfield. No other Kingsman is there, so JC is going to be taking it down. Dragon King with the 50, sending it to the wall. In comes Taiko once more with the air dribble. Infinity waiting patiently and gets the save. In comes Dragon King with the 50, taking the ball over to Moon as she pops it up. We got JC with the steal, pushing the ball into the corner of Kings. As it bounces out, we have Jarus with the pass over to Infinity. A great save by Taiko. Yeah, what a save indeed. Amazing read by Taiko. Moon taking the 50 times 2. Dragon King having a half flip back into the corner. Jarus going for the net. Great save by Taiko once again. He is really being a super sub. He's really popping off, helping out the team in many, many ways, offensively and defensively. Alrighty. Moon now on the attack. JC misses it, so does Dragon, so does Moon, and Jarus has to get the small clear. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. We got JC with the touch off the wall going towards the net. It is a shot, and Moon could not get her wheels on it. Ooh, go T. Okay, okay. There we go. Kickoff number 6. 1 minute 23 on the clock. Dragon King misses it. So does Taiko. What is happening out here? What is this? Sorry, I'm allowed to say stuff like that. Just for this team. There we go. Moon with the redemption. Keeping her team away from timeout. Oh my goodness. Great dribble and the swerves. We are now back to a 2-goal deficit, a 4-2 game with 69 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 7 underway. As it is a shot by Moon, save by Jerus. It bounces off the wall. Moon is there with the touch, but Jerus is there with the shot. Taiko with a great save, pushing the ball into the left side corner as he moves downfield past midfield. He's still sticking with it. No boost in the tank. Moon's right there with him, and JC comes out of nowhere with the save. Taking it right back to midfield, all the way down, looking for a play there, but defense shuts him down early. A great touch by Moon. As Dragon King follows it up, tries to get it centered. Jerus not letting it happen as he plays the bounce, gets past Taiko, and he falls back. Grabbing that corner boost now with the air dribble. There's the challenge by JC. Taiko still sticking with it, taking the challenge by Jerus. Doesn't go up the wall. He's looking to fall back. There's a little bump on Infinity as the ball goes back, and Moon's able to get in the way just for a second. Dragon with great second man defense there. Drew's coming back around the corner, and Taiko now has possession. There's the 50 by Infinity, turning things around. We have 6 seconds on the clock here. JC with the turnaround over to Taiko. It is up. And once this ball drops, that's going to conclude the series. RC Chaos crowned your winners. But hold on, you guys. It is not over till it is over. This series is over, but my stream is not. I do have a CPL cast that I will be getting to right now. And I'm not going to be ending the live stream, so we're just going to have a combination of 2 casts in 1. But GG's to both teams. Congratulations to the winners. Love the sportsmanship out there. I saw the GG Kings top tier. We're going to set up our next lobby. We got Team Levitate. Want to make sure I spell that right. We got Team Levitate versus TKG. Oh my goodness, I have not seen that org name in so long. This is going to be a good one. I feel it. Team Levitate is a strong, solid team. I have casted for them. I think this is my 3rd time. So, super, super exciting out here. We're going to change the credentials right quick. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to change my title, but this is gonna be week number 5 for CPL Team Levitate. Oops, if I could spell, that'd be awesome. Alrighty, I'm gonna drop this in the chat right quick. I do want to give a huge thank you to both of these teams for waiting. Oh my goodness. Okay, gross. Who is she? Anyways, I do want to give an actual huge thank you to both teams for waiting patiently. Their game was supposed to be at 6:30, aka 9:30 Eastern time, but they did wait an extra 12 minutes for me to be here, so that's why I'm not gonna end stream, and unfortunately I'm just gonna combine it. Hopefully they don't mind, but yeah, they're gonna get casted, so win-win either way, right? So I'm excited to be here. We got Team Levitate versus TKG Astra for week number 5. Thanks, OT. I'm gonna have to like change the name of the stream after everything and like make a combination title like CCL and CPL week 4 and 5 or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, we can change the title now, I guess, too. Yeah. So we have Team Levitate here. Alrighty, so for Team Levitate, it's looking like we got JD, Scar, and Popo. Which should not be new names to you guys. I don't know about Scar. For some reason, that's not ringing a bell. Maybe they just, like, changed their name, which is, like, cool. But I definitely know Popo. The struggle with that name for a while. So, I'm also wanting to keep the stream up so you guys can continue gambling, because this is fun to watch. Poor Elixir. But yeah, if you were here for the last series, huge thank you to you guys for coming out to support the teams, players, orgs, caster, league, whoever. Thank you so much for that last one. We head into our second, technically my third, but second cast in this stream alone. Once again, shout out CPL. This is a CPL match, week number 5. And this is the Tier 3 division with Team Levitate versus TKG Astra in a 3v3 best of 5. So, super, super excited. I almost texted failed since too, but I thought he was on Team Levitate, so I didn't. Okay. Alrighty, and I did text them. We are good to start in the Discord chat, so hopefully they see that. Oh. Yep, it looks like it. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's get these games underway. Tired of making these teams wait on me, so again, thank you so much for that. But let's get into the games. We got game number 1. Kickoff number 1 underway. JD and Kylan going at it. Carson takes over, going with the air dribble, goes a little bit higher. It is a great setup though, and JD is on it. Kylan with the challenge, sends the ball to Scar. They do have a great follow-up, and it is blocked away by a defense. JD with a great redirect. Pushes the ball to the wall. They do have the follow-up on that one. As Kylan on defense keeps it in the corner. In comes Scar off the backboard. Carson is on it, sending it over to Poe, but Carson sticks with it, and we have a demo. Kylan and Scar taking each other out with a demo. Wazdi sends it down to the wall. More demos. JD taking out Carson as Scar makes a breakaway for the net, but defense, again, makes a recovery. As Scar takes the shot, Popo gets the bump. It's a setup, and it's in. What a play here. Let's take a look at that replay, shall we? All right, we got Scar with the pass, Poe with the bump, and the perfect setup. Just stopping the ball right in front of the net. Can't go wrong with that one. And that's going to push us to kickoff number 2. We got Popo the Panda with the breakaway. Could be another goal. Can't quite get the angle. In comes JD taking the challenge on Wazdi. In comes Scar as second man. One soft touch once again over to Wazdi as Carson now takes over. Poe getting in the way of this one. Wazdi with the breakaway. The backboard setup and Scar has the shutdown. As Carson now tries to get a setup. Poe's not letting it happen. 15 boosts in the tank and they get bumped off the play. Kylan sends it back to the corner. We got Scar taken out with the demo. Carson now going for a setup. Poe getting in the way of that one. In comes Wazdi with the steal of possession. JD with the challenge, keeping the ball in the corner as Scar takes over. And we have a little bit of rotations needing to happen as Carson takes the shot just outside the net. And Wazdi is there. And that's going to be the tie maker. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Cross progression. Everybody, hello, hello. Thanks for coming out. What's the series score? This is game number 1. It is 0-0 for everybody. It's even a tie game. It's 1-1 too, so. Here we go. Poe on the attack. A Scar with the follow-up. In comes the JD. They all hit it basically in the same spot. That ball did not move. There's Wazdi with another shot. A great save by Scar, pushing the ball into the corner. Kylan with the setup over to Carson, and it's wide. JD and Scar trying to work together. It is pinched out. We do have Scar coming out on top, and Kylan on defense sends it to the ceiling. Very high bouncing play here as JD gets one touch. Carson takes it up the backboard. Scar gets a bump on Carson. Ball still going towards the net. There was a great follow-up, but defense is just on it. JD now has a touch, pushing the ball down at Fields, trying to stick with it. Another 50 pushes the ball back towards his own side. As Carson goes from the corner, we got Scar taken over. Kylan with the great steal. Shot is wide once again. Poe goes up the wall. It's a back pass to Wazdi. There's the shot. Crossbar. And Poe gets it just past Carson. It's up to Kylan to be able to hold off until his team can get back. He does get bumped, but there's no follow-up by or for Poe. We now have the ball going past mid once again. JD with the pop-up off the wall. Kylan taken over, going to the backboard. It's a setup for Wazdi. Defense is on it. Ball still just outside the net. A little bit of a danger zone, but they do get the clear. Now we got Kylan coming off the wall with the ball. It's a double tap setup, but Scar is there on defense, shutting it down early. We love CPL. Go. Ball is going up the wall once more. We got Carson with the center. It's going, but Poe is there. A nice catch. There's the flick. He gets past 2/3 of the team. We have a 2v1 here. Kylan holding it down though. Backboard defense taking it past JD. In comes Scar with the shot, and it is high. As the ball bounces back out, we got Carson with the pop-up over to Kylan. Redirected down, and it's saved away by JD. Wazdi now in control till JD comes along with the 50, pushing the ball downfield. A great follow-up by Scar, pushes it into the corner, and Scar has the follow-up. It is a shot. JD now sinking it in and taking the lead for Team Levitate. Plum, how did you run out of points again? Alrighty, we have a 2-1 game, 1 minute, 3 seconds on the clock. Poe taking this kickoff all the way down the field. As he still tries to maintain possession, Kylan tries to get a read on it, can't quite do it. It's up to Carson as he gets one touch, leaves it for Scar, who turns things around. Goes for the shot, almost a setup. Poe now in possession, plays off the wall. Kylan is there now. He has a very nice flick, a redirect by Carson, and that one's gonna go in. There's the tie maker. We are back to a tie game. And that's gonna push us to kickoff number 5, 40 seconds on the clock here. It goes off the wall. Poe has the final touch. It's looking like an open net, but Wazdi is able to get back. JD with the follow-up, sends it from the corners, bouncing center. Defense is on it. A little bit of a double defense there, but Carson has the breakaway as he sends it over to Poe on the backboard. There's the clear pass the midfield, but Wazdi has a great catch and turnaround, stopping him in his tracks. Scar now with the challenge, sends it downfield once again. Carson getting in the way of that one. In comes JD from the corner. 3 seconds to go. Can they make a play happen? It's looking like a setup. Kylan has the touch, getting past JD. It's still up. Scar keeping it alive as we have a demo, taking out some of the offensive pressure. A bump on JD. We might see an overtime. Ball's back at mid. Poe has the breakaway. It's going towards the backboard. And that's overtime. Game number 1 headed straight for OT. Here we go. JD and Kylan going for kickoff. Ball is going to the wall, bouncing down. It's a high bouncing play. Scar is up for it. First touch from kickoff. As they move it downfield, we have a demo taking out JD. Carson getting in the way of Scar. Oh, now trying to get around Carson and does. Looking for a setup. Kylan on that backboard is dangerous. Scar had a great 50. Ball's going over to Wazzy as JD goes up for the challenge. Steals possession. It's a 1v1. Carson's there with one touch. Gets past JD. In comes Poe with a shot. And it's in! Team Levitate taking game number 1. A great shot there. Unfortunate for the defense as they almost had it. All right, series is updated in the chat for y'all. And with that, we are ready for game number 2. Y'all can take a quick look at the stats. A total of 9 to 10 shots. So very close in offensive pressure from both teams here. This is a great matchup. It's a great series so far. I'm excited for game number 2 now. Here we go, 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0 ball game. Let's get into it as Scar has the follow-up from the kickoff from JD. Bounces a little too far. JD with the follow-up. Carson on defense sends it back down a line. As Bosley tries to catch up to it, Scar is going to get there first. Kylan with the great 50, JD with the follow-up, Scar with the redirect, not quite on target. Carson with a great save, JD with the follow-up, but it's still no good. Wazzy now getting challenged by Poe as it bounces back out. Carson is there getting past Scar. It's in the left side corner of Team Levitate off the ceiling. There's the reset. One more touch. It's set up and JD has the clear. It's looking like an open net, but Wazzy gets back in time. Great recovery as JD steals possession. Carson gets in the way of that one. Scar with the turnaround. Doesn't play the bounce, but Poe does. And it is a shot saved by Kylan. Ball's going into the left side of the field now. Kylan losing control. Bumps JD. It's going towards the net. And JD is still able to recover and grab the save. There's the clear happening from JD. A redirect by Scar. Adds power to the ball, but it is still wide. JD keeping it alive. Poe with the shot. Carson with the save. As JD gets one more touch, Kylan is up, and there's the clear on the open net. Panda does get back in time as he sends it to the right side corner of his side of the field. Now moving down as Carson grabs the save, or grabs the 50, I'm sorry. And things quickly turn around. Scar gets a shot, Kylan has the save. Ball's going down, line off the wall, back center. Scar is there with the clear. It is wide once again. It is a bit of a redirect. Scar with the shot, and it's in! First goal of the game. Let's take a look at that from a better direction here. We got Scar over to Poe with a great redirect, great setup. Scar with the follow-up, top left. There you have it. Team play for the lead here. Oops, sorry about that. All right, here we go. We got Scar losing possession to JD. It is another shot in the net. That's going to give a 2-goal lead to Team Levitate. And that's going to push us to kickoff number 3. 3 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock. JD taking this kickoff as it goes into the corner. Carson now with a great clear all the way into the corner. JD with the shutdown. As it goes off the backboard, Kylan is there. Scar with the follow-up, getting challenged by Kylan once more. Poe with a shot, and it's in. 3-goal lead for Team Levitate as they are now running away with this game. Great shot, great setup. Another team play coming from Team Levitate. I told you, it's a solid team. They know what they're doing out there. The chemistry is there, and I absolutely love seeing this team play. Like I said, I haven't seen TKG in so long, so I'm really happy to see them out here too, as they have really great plays as well. Look at that one. All right, we're gonna break down this replay. Here we go. Okay, we got Kylan going off the wall, the reset, the musty Scar with one touch over to Carson, and the redirect to the right side where no defense stands a chance. And that's going to put TKG on the board officially in game number 2. A 3-1 game, 2 minutes 32 seconds on the clock. A 3-2 game, 2 minutes 31 seconds on the clock. Correction. Wazzy with a great kickoff straight to the wall as it bounces. It's perfectly just in. Sorry, let's skip that one. Alrighty. And with that, TKG slowly climbs the ladder once more as they take kickoff number 6. And there you have it, a tie ball game. Kylan over to Scar. Kylan with a follow-up touch. A great setup for Wazzy. Alright, kickoff number 7. 2 minutes 26 seconds on the clock. JD and Poe taking this kickoff. Wazzy is there for the turnaround though, getting past Scar. Well, the ball gets past Scar. He doesn't. That was a nice air tackle. Kylan with the follow-up though, as Scar's on the backboard, takes possession into the corner. He moves downfield. There's the pop, getting past Wazzy. Carson with the turnaround over to JD with the pop-up. In comes Carson with the shot, and it's high. No follow-up until Kylan comes along and puts it in the net. Great challenge, Carson, and in comes Kylan. And that's going to give the lead to TKG. What a turnaround here. 2 minutes, 1 second on the clock. We got Carson with a touch from kickoff. Poe getting in the way of that one. Scar sending it down the field. But Wazzy is there from the opposing team going towards the open net. But JD makes it back in time. Great recoveries. We got Poe taken out with the demo. And Wazzy taken out with the demo. Kylan pushing the ball to the corner, playing the bounce, keeping it active on the offensive side. Scar coming along, sending it to the wall. Wazzy is there with the response, and Scar finally gets the pinch he was looking for and gets it all the way down the field. There's another pinch by JD, and Poe gets challenged by Carson. Ball's going over to Scar as it goes middle. JD is there. He now has possession. He gets the setup. Scar not close enough for that one. Poe sending it to the right side wall. In comes Scar just before they're taken out with a demo. As it goes off the backboard, Kylan is there. I'm telling you guys, Kylan on the backboard, dangerous game there. You do not want the ball going towards the backboard if Kylan is there. 9 times out of 10, he is. Scar now off the backboard sends the ball to the other corner there. JD with the follow-up on Panda's touch. Carson on defense sends it out. Scar with the steal off the backboard once again. Panda with the follow-up over to Scar. And it's in! Everybody held their breath for half a second there. I just know it. Look at this angle here. Right on the goal line, and it just magically bounces back in. And with that, we have a 4-4 game, 45 seconds to go. We might just see another overtime. I'm not too sure, but here we got Kylan sending it over to Poe. Poe back to Kylan as we go to the other side of the field. Poe with a small pinch. Oh my goodness, Scar with the shot! And that's going to give the lead back to Team Levitate. What a touch, and a 50 by Scar. The steal of possession. Kylan almost there. No boost in the tank will do that to you though. Very, very close. A for effort. 5-4, 32 seconds on the clock. There's still time to turn this around. It's not over till it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Poe now going for the shot. Kylan sending it out. Carson with the follow-up, pushing it all the way into the corner as it bounces up. He plays it, gets 50 by JD. Wazzy with the shot, and there it is! What did I tell you guys? It is not over till it's over. We have 18 seconds left, and we are back with the tie game, 5-5. This is a great series here. The teams are lined up. 18 seconds. This last goal could be the nail in the coffin just due to time. A time limitation. Carson with the breakaway. Scar has the clear. JD with the follow-up. 5 seconds to go. We have a bump on second man. A demo taking out JD. Ball's moving downfield. Wazzy with the pop-up. He still sticks with it. And it's in! A 0-second goal! TKG taking game number 2. Oh my goodness, what a shot. I have a feeling we're gonna go to game 5. My goodness. It is TKG. Okay, my phone auto-corrected the first series. Alrighty, and with that, we head into game number 3. This is some exciting stuff here. These teams are neck and neck. Alrighty, 5 minutes back on the clock. Game number 3, 0-0, and we have our first breakaway from the kickoff. A great setup for a double, but no follow-up. Kylan with the clear. Sends the ball over to Scar. In comes Carson, but Scar just beats him. Ball's off the backboard, and JD could not get there in time. In comes Kylan with the setup to himself, and that's going to be the first goal of the game. What a play here. A launch all the way from his own goal, reading the bounce off the backboard and playing it so perfectly that it rolls nicely on in. And that's going to give us kickoff number 2. 17 seconds are wasted away now. Ball's going to the right side. JD with the breakaway. It's up to Kylan to get in the way, and they do. Sending the ball to the corner as they dribble downfield. Scar with the 50 sends the ball to the other side. Carson going with the momentum. Plays the bounce off the wall. Nice touch, but JD gets in the way there. One pop-up. JD still trying to stick with it. No boost in the tank as he's getting starved out there. Wazzy with the turnaround. Scar getting in his way. Carson with the turnaround, though. Great response to that 50 as it is a shot. Poe with the save. Kylan getting in the way of Scar as JD now moves the ball downfield once again. And things turn around really quickly. Carson pushing the ball into the corner as it bounces center. Poe is there on defense, sending it all the way back downfield. It is a great setup. Defense is able to get on it. Carson, one little tap and that offset the shot. Kylan now getting challenged by JD. A little bit of a bump on Wazzy. Scar trying to leave it for Poe, but it's going to get right past him and go straight into their net. An unfortunate event right there. You can see Scar gets bumped left and right, and Carson just capitalizes on the open gap there. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go, 0-2, as we got Poe taking this kickoff, leaving it for Kylan on the opposing team, getting past JD. Scar on defense, sends it right back where it came from. Carson with the catch. Scar taking over though. Carson trying to run back for a boost as Scar goes for the setup, but Wazzy is there, sending the ball to his teammate as they get the clear. Poe stopping the ball in his tracks. Wazzy sending it to the right side corner of Team Levitate. As it goes up the wall, JD takes possession, tries to stick with it. One more bouncing play, and Kylan shuts him down. It is a shot saved by Poe. As it goes off at the corner, we got Wazzy off the backboard. Poe with the clear. In comes Carson. No double tap for him. Kylan, a little bit of a backflip. Wazzy's going to be the one to take over here as they get a nice setup, but Scar is there on defense, sending it back out. Kylan off at the wall, playing the bounce into the corner. Carson could not quite get the correct read on that. Wazzy is there, stopping the momentum. JD with the steal. Carson with one pop-up, taking the 50 by Scar. In comes Poe, getting beat. Kylan now taking over. Almost a shot. JD getting in the way of that one as they get a small clear past midfield, but it's quickly turned around by Wazzy just before he's taken out with a demo. Poe now turning things around, and Carson has a response to that. He said, "No, thank you. We're going this way." One little pop-up from Scar. We got Scar taking Wazzy out with a demo. kind of a little bit of a slower play. Scar putting themselves on the board. Team Levitate cutting the lead in half now. It goes from the wall. Poe is there. Off the backboard, Scar just was already up, beating Kylan. Alright, 1-2, 2 minutes, 1 second on the clock. Ball is popped up. We have a demo taking out Kylan. Wazzy with the breakaway all the way to the backboard. In comes Carson with the shot, and it's no good. It's good. Carson with a follow-up on his own shot. Let's take a look at that replay. Defense almost had it. JD with a great save, but unfortunately just went right back into Carson. Here we go. A 2-goal deficit, 1-3, 1 minute 53 seconds on the clock. We got Poe with a touch, popping the ball up. JD is there with the follow-up. Carson sending it down a field. Poe does have a touch, but it goes back towards his end of the field. It is a setup by Kylan. Wazzy is there with the cut. It's a little too high. Scar is there on defense. Great touches. They are now out of boost. Let's see what they do here as Kylan comes in for the challenge. Sends the ball towards the net. Poe is there as second man. Now taking that first position. Off the wall, but no boost. JD tried to get the follow-up, but couldn't quite do it in time. Scar now with a touch before they're taken out with a demo. Poe getting sandwiched. Once again, ball's going back towards the net, and JD has a great save. Another follow-up shot by Kylan. In comes Scar with a little bit of a fake. Wazzy trying to capitalize. Almost got the setup. A little too much there, but Popo is able to get it off their side for half a second. Literally half a second. As we got Scar now moving down. Wazzy taken out with a demo. JD with the catch, popping it up. Taking it with the air dribble. There's the 50 by Wazzy. Ball's going to the other side of the field. Kylan first on it as Scar now takes possession. Carson getting in his way as he now turns things around, leaving it for JD to get in the way of Carson here. Bouncing off the backboard. Wazzy with the shot. Popo with the save. In comes Scar off the wall. Can't quite get the pinch. A little help from Poe sets up Scar for success as they get a shot. And it is saved away by Wazzy once more. As the ball goes up off the ceiling, Kylan has one touch and Scar steals it away. Poe now sending the ball into the right side corner of TKG, but Carson comes out with a possession as he gets bumped off the play. We have 10 seconds to go in a 2-goal deficit. One quick touch. Where's the redirect? Wazzy is there. Great defense by TKG here. And whether they score or not, they still run away with the win. Popo taking one for the road here. We end in a 2-3 game with 0 seconds on the clock. Alrighty, and series is updated in chat once more. Alrighty, and we have 8 shots, 2 saves compared to the 4 shots, 5 saves for Team Levitate. So let's see what happens in game number 4, because we are now on game point. This could end the series right here, right now. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get another game 1 with a little bit of overtime. Team Levitate coming out with a win so we can see game number 5. Because, of course, that's what I want. I'm a caster. Sue me. As we have a very nice challenge. Carson with a touch over to Scar as they play the bounce off the wall. Carson with a great turnaround, taking the 50, maintaining possession, taking that corner boost, leaving the ball for Kylan. Great comms here as he now goes for the air dribble. Scar getting in his way as the ball goes back to the corner. JD with the pop-up, Wazzy getting in his way just a little bit. Kylan with the turnaround, Scar is there, pass over to JD. There's the long clear. Carson now taking possession, and there's Scar with the breakaway. It is a shot. Great follow-up, trying to keep it away from Wazzy. Couldn't quite do it. Poe now with a play off the wall. Poe still sticking with it. Oh my goodness, it's open! There it is! First goal of the game. JD with the help of Popo the Panda. Dogga Tasers, you're missing a really good game, dude. A really good series. I don't know what to tell you, but you're missing out. Alrighty, 1-0, 4 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock as JD takes this kickoff. Wazdi takes possession, gets past Scar, a little bit past Panda. They did have a really good touch, and we have a bump. Oh my goodness, Poe able to make it back just in the nick of time. Carson was right there, ball just outside the net there. In comes Scar, pushing the ball down the field into the corner. We got one demo, clearing up some of the defensive pressure here. Another challenge, JD winning possession. Kylan now gets the clear. Popo could not quite get in the way of that one. JD with a great recovery, grabs the save on that shot, pops it up, moving downfield. Ball's going back over to Scar as they have the catch. Try and get that boost, but they're taken out with a demo. Doesn't matter anyways. JD now with the breakaway going towards the backboard, up off the ceiling. There's the setup post with a back pass. In comes Scar off the wall once more. 2/3 of the team are waiting patiently for him to see what he does. A little bit of musty. It is saved away though. In comes Poe, and he's immediately shut down. Wazdi capitalizing, and there you have it, a tie game. Take a look at that replay. Alrighty, 1-1, 2 minutes 52 seconds on the clock. Wazdi in control, taking it up off the wall, going for the air dribble, popping it up. In comes JD and Scar. A little bit of a double commit. The challenge by Carson on Scar takes possession for TKG here as the ball is in the left side corner of Team Levitate. Ball is up, so is Wazdi as he takes the shot. A great save by JD. As he now moves downfield, Kylan has the turnaround, a great clear all the way back downfield. Scar on the backboard, tries to get in the way, couldn't quite do that as he gets bumped off of the play. Popo now losing control, leaving it for Wazdi. It's a 2v2 right now. JD is shutting it down, sending the ball back to the corner. In comes Carson though, going for the shot. It is shut down by defense. Popo with a great follow-up, a second man. Trying to get past Kylan, can't quite do it. We do have Scar now, getting past Carson. Kylan with the pop-up, keeping it active here. No double tap. Popo with the shutdown. Great read by defense here. We have almost another incoming shot slash setup here. Kylan off the backboard. It is stalled. JD sends it to the corner. A little bit of a dangerous play there, but it's okay. Let's see what they do with it. As JD has full tank of boost, Kylan gets in his way immediately. Falls back in the corner. Poe gets in the way of it as he takes it up the wall. 40 in the tank, and there's the pass. Drops it down to JD, but defense reads that like a book. Scar now going for a shot. Defense with one great touch, keeping it high and away from the net. Another pinch sends the ball to the other side of the field. Wazdi getting in the way of that just before he's taken out with the demo. There's the double tap setup. Carson gets in the way on defense, sends it to the left side corner. 1 minute remains and we have a tie game. In comes Poe! And backboard defense again. Kylan on that backboard, able to grab that save. Dangerous, dangerous. And here comes Scar moving downfield. Carson with the 50, popping the ball up once again. Poe taking possession from Wazdi as Kylan now takes over. Scar with the first touch on that, sends it to JD, who gets challenged immediately. Poe off the backboard, sends it over to Carson. 30 seconds remain, and there's the wall pinch, the setup, the reset, the second, and it's shut down by JD. Popo now going up off the wall again. A little bit of a ground pinch. It's read immediately by Kylan as things turn around once more. Scar handling that 50 very, very well. A demo taken out. JD leaving it for Poe to try and get as close to the net as possible. Scar just misses the rebound. Poe with one last touch, and we have an overtime. Alrighty, here we go. Ball is up, so is Wazdi. Scar going for the challenge as the ball goes to the wall. Kylan is there with the sent downfield. It is center, and it's in. Wazdi to finish the game. is gonna conclude the series. What a team play. Only 15 seconds into overtime. TKG Astra crowned your winners for CPL week number 5. Aww. I love that. Well, he left, but I'm still gonna respond. Super cute. Whew, what a series. Ladies and gentlemen, great matchup. Absolutely love that. But yes, GG's to both teams. Congratulations to the winner. I'm going to have to retitle this VOD in case anyone does want to come back and watch. It will be the most recent one. I will say that. My VODs go up immediately. So if you want to come back and watch that, it'll be set up for you once I end this stream. Alright, we'll go get chocolate milk right now, okay? Let me just say bye. Alrighty, you heard him. We got some chocolate milk to go get, so I am going to bid y'all's farewell. Thank you so much for having me as your caster. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are watching from. I'm looking for another possible CPL match being casted, but I'm not seeing it, sadly. Oh, wait, no, we got Spartan Dragon, I believe. So I'm going to send y'all over to another CPL cast just to spread the love. So we're going to head on over there. But yes, again, GG's, you guys. Have a good one. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for coming out to support the caster, the teams, the orgs, the players, the league, whoever. We all appreciate it. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. I will see about tomorrow. My schedule's a little wonky tomorrow. So yeah, I'm like sketched out about my 10 p.m. cast, to be honest. So I'll see. But let's head on over to Spartan Dragon. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay royal.